order our Commissioners' Claims meeting today on Tuesday, December 10th, 2019. First thing let's do the reports and requests from our commissioners, and we'll do the accounts payable docket. Is there any motion?
Motion to approve the accounts payable docket is outlined.
And I will second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, the aye is done. Now we will move on and go to B, which is the bills passed by the St. Joseph County Council, which have now become ordinances. And our first one will be ordinance 91-19. It's an ordinance amending ordinance 53-18, the same being as the ordinance establishing salaries and fixing the numbers of employees in St. Joseph County for the year 2019.
Discussion on the motion.
Yeah, is there any discussion?
Yeah, I was gonna let this fly, but since Murphy's here, it's technically a raise, and I just wanna make sure that the mechanics are in place, that the raise is in the 2020 budget. So just a footnote.
For which day?
For 91-19,
I don't,
food specialist raise. Just to make, we don't wanna start 2020 in the wrong foot. So just a footnote.
so you wanna make sure that whatever's, what, but I don't even know what you're looking at, which
Ordinance
department?
91-19,
But which, I don't know, who are we talking about?
health department,
It's the
the
food.
raise,
The food specialist.
Yeah, that's-
You wanna make sure that's gonna be match up with what's in the
the
budget.
2020 budget.
Yeah,
Just
it
a
does.
footnote.
So we're
Yeah,
not, no one's
they
coming
hired
back
it.
and asking for more in the 2020
Yeah,
budget.
so just making sure the mechanics is right for
Yep.
next year,
It is.
cause that happens.
So this, county health.
You give them a raise in 1 year, the next year it doesn't happen.
No, it's good, it's okay.
Motion to approve?
Okay, and I second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. We'll move on to ordinance number 92-19, which is the bill that came before St. Joseph County Council on the third day and was voted to pass this ordinance. And it is, the ordinance fund for the public safety and the sheriff's department. And it has to do with the sheriff's medical services are updated. So any comments or questions about that?
Sounds like a great move by the sheriff, and thank you, counselor, and other counselor, for working on this.
Well, I'm just glad that we're able to hopefully update everything and maintain the, the health.
You get more quality work when it's
Medical
in-house, just like the
services.
leaf pickup program.
Hopefully. So, okay, any other
Good
comments?
transition.
Any other comments or questions about it?
I make a motion to approve the ordinance as outlined.
Ordinance number 92-19, okay, I second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Okay. All right, now we're moving on to ordinance 93-19, which has to do with an appropriation of more money than the budget fund there. Any comments or questions about this? And I know there's one thing in here that says that public safety was omitted, or?
Yeah, one was pulled out.
Yeah.
One was P because they duplicated it.
Yeah,
And then sheriff.
we didn't know what.
That was P, that was.
Yeah, it was
okay.
P, so
Okay.
that's
92,
fine, it was a duplicate of all.
92-19.
It's not, no, it's, I mean, it's just for, it wasn't a duplicate. It said in the time allowed that we didn't know where we were gonna be pulling the money from. So we, just to cover ourselves, Jen posted both. And then, when it was determined where we would be pulling that money from, then they deleted P. So that's what it was. So we didn't know which it was, so we wanted to cover ourselves, so I posted both. And then deleted it.
Thank you. You got a cold?
No, I'm
Sounded
fine.
amazing.
Just, a normal.
Oh, late night singing Caroline.
Yeah, yes.
The omnibus bill has so many pluses and minuses, for the probate court, the sheriff's office. I support all those, but I cannot support another $54,000+ towards this defective leaf pickup. So I will not be supporting this ordinance.
And I appreciate your not supporting it. Do you wanna know what that was about?
I know what it's about, organic resources fees, which should have been negotiated to zero.
It
Or not
should
in
have
the
been,
contract.
Well, it should, yeah, it should have been part of the original appropriate, Jessica made a point with the council that that's one of the costs of it, and the council decided not to put that in. And then they were surprised when that was in there. It's like, yeah, that's what it costs every year to do with, take it over organic resources, so.
Yeah.
Your point's well taken.
Thank you. And for those who aren't familiar with the process, if there's not two commissioners vetoing the ordinance within 10 days, it will pass. So all the other items on here, which I do support, will pass.
How come we can't find it on here? Which one was it in here?
That's the one right there, I think, 9319.
Well, it is 9319, but where in here does it say that
Yeah.
it's?
Oh, the 54 grand?
Yeah, cause I couldn't find, I said 45,000, I see 30.
It's an item T. It goes all through the alphabet once, and all up to A3.
Let me see the T. I don't have a T. What? I see the P. Huh.
You have the original, so you should have it.
I know it, but I don't. You wanna look
It's
at it?
infrastructure planning and growth, zero.
Oh, there it is, yeah, right. Okay, it's
CT.
hidden underneath there, yeah.
Yeah.
54, infrastructure planning and growth, economic contractual lease and pickup, yeah. Okay, there it is. All right, is there a motion to approve this?
A motion to veto it.
The whole bill?
Yeah,
Motion to veto what?
the whole bill.
The whole bill? A second for that.
I didn't think so.
Motion dies.
Motion dies.
Hopefully it'll still live. I'm
Any
just
other
kidding.
motion?
And is there another motion?
Yeah, to
I said, I
pass.
asked a motion to approve it, and nobody wanted to approve it, and you said you,
Yeah, I'm not making a motion to approve it.
okay, there's no motion to approve it,
There's a motion, but not a second.
not a second. Right.
So it dies for lack of activity. So then this will automatically pass.
Right.
Because commissioners did veto within 10 days.
Right, so we just. let it-
Move on.
Move on.
Move on, okay, so that would be ordinance 9319. 93-9, okay. Now we have ordinance 94-19, which has to do with amending finances and fees for the health department.
Motion to pass is outlined.
There's a motion, I was gonna ask, is there any comments? There's a motion, second the motion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no, all right, ayes have it, so 94-19 has been passed, and then we have one more. Okay, ordinance number 95-19,
Like the last motion ordinance, it's fees for the health department, make a motion to
Right.
pass.
okay, motion is passed, I second that, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nothing, all right, the ayes have it, we passed that again, okay, good. All righty, and we'll be moving on now to the next thing, past those, will be for Department of Infrastructure Planning and Growth. It's a request of approval for the 2019 group federal aid application, financial commitment letter for the rehabilitation of the Mayflower Road Bridge over NS-NICC railroads.
Yes, Frank Ritchie with the Department of Infrastructure Planning and Growth, with offices on the 11th, 7th, and 4th floors of this building. Before you is a financial commitment letter to apply for a federal aid grant. It is an 80-20 grant to rehabilitate the Mayflower Bridge over the Norfolk Southern Gifted Rail Lines. This would be a project for 2024, but the deadline to apply for that federal aid is Friday. We're asking that you authorize President Stelman to sign this letter, and at Tuesday's meeting last week, President Morgan signed it on behalf of the council.
Okay, any comments or questions about this?
I'm certainly not any fan of supporting NICD more than the millions and millions of dollars they're getting now, which is robbing all of our other departments and county citizens of their rightful share to our tax money. And I did have some questions about this, stating that we certify that the county major bridge fund has ample funds, considering just a few months ago, most of this government, except for me, was complaining that there are not enough major bridge funds, so therefore they have to raise the tax, taking more money away from other county departments. But after discussing this matter with Madam Engineer Clark a little while before the meeting, I will support this measure.
Good, all right, is there a motion? to approve?
Make a motion to approve the request as outlined.
All right, I second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, the ayes have passed then.
Thank you.
All righty, no, thank you. Okay. So, since there's nothing else, any other comments does anybody have about anything? No?
Sheriff, Pub County's our sheriff, our
Just gonna say.
7th Floor Christmas dinner is next Tuesday at noon, so counselors, staff,
That
people,
show up.
pop in here, and kielbasa. And thank you for all you do, I mean, you've been an outstanding sheriff,
Appreciate that.
and, you know, I've gone through a few, you know, I've seen others, and right off the bat, the morale of your staff is really wonderful, and it's been a tough light to be in with all this other departments in the county. You know, South Bend or Mishawaka being in the news in a negative way, upsetting certain segments of society, which has put even more pressure on your staff and, pressure on the, you know, it's very difficult. It's one thing to come to work here, you might get a paper cut, but it's another thing to know that you might get shot or stabbed when you're reporting to work every day, and that's, you know, so anything we can do to boost your guys' raises and benefits has always been agreeable to me. I've always wanted to see if we could lower your property taxes. I never seem to get a second to that, you know? South Bend somehow does something like that.
But I appreciate the kind words.
Well,
All right. Well, again, thank you so much for everything. And is there a motion to recess?
motion to adjourn.
Recess, though, adjourn. Okay, I second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, you guys.